there isn't a woman out there this morning in the country who isn't concerned about this story, and that's the story of Eoin Berkley. And it's also reported in the papers today as well, Paul, that Eoin Berkley should have actually been in custody over multiple breaches of bail at the time of the incident. What's your reaction to that revelation that he had breached bail?
Absolute disbelief on one hand, but also getting used to seeing this happening. Yet again, we read another story about a particularly horrific crime where the perpetrator was on bail at the time, even though he'd been identified as a serious threat to society. In this case, this depraved, clearly psychotic monster was responsible, as you said, for the abduction and multiple rape of a young woman who had just arrived in our capital. So the question here is why? Why, after so many constitutional referenda in which the Irish public have on each occasion unanimously agreed to changes to tighten up our bail laws, are we still reading reports of a human being suffering an appalling ordeal at the hands of someone who should have been incarcerated at the time? Now, let's remember what the details. A month before this mind-blowing crime, a month beforehand, a guard inspector in Dublin City Centre tried to have him sequestered on the Mental Health Act. The guards clearly saw this guy was psychotic and a danger to everybody around him. But a doctor deemed him fit for release. And then 2 days later, even more significantly, his own brother rang the Gardaí and said, look, please detain this guy because he's completely bonkers and a danger to society. And the guard said, look, our hands are tied. We can't get him in under the Mental Health Act. So it's a completely dysfunctional system. Yet again, this dysfunctional system designed to protect the innocent, decent people in this country has let them down and victimised another person. I've been covering this for 30 bloody years. I've covered all these referenda before you even were in school, kid. Do you know what I mean? And we keep saying we're going to do something about it. We have done nothing. Something is critically wrong here.